Hi everyone and welcome back. What we're going to be looking at as part of this next activity is the workshop setup. So previously we looked at the participant setup, and the next thing following on from that is really making sure that everybody is aligned to what they're here for today and essentially what you want to get out of the workshop. Is making sure that everyone's on the same page before you get stuck in is obviously super important to making sure that you achieve your goals and objectives. So the first thing that we really recommend doing is actually outlining your objectives before you get into your activities. And these can be simple bullet point list of your objectives just to make it super clear exactly what you would like to achieve. We also recommend that you structure your objectives as a verb. So what you essentially want to action or do as part of the workshop. So it might be to understand something, it might be to design something, or it could be to create something, but essentially allows participants to understand exactly what they are going to be actioning as part of this workshop. If we scroll down to an example of what exactly we would like to outline to participants before you get stuck into the activities, we do recommend that you also include some instructions as part of this workshop setup. So what are your expectations of the participants? So we always encourage our participants to listen, reflect, and feedback, because essentially we're here to work together towards a solution. It's also good to indicate whether the activities are going to be group or individual, just again to increase their confidence and trust in the process and not essentially have any surprises as you move through the activities. We also make sure that we include instructions as part of each of the activities. So again, letting participants know that, okay, as I go through the activities, I can be confident that I know what I'm doing because each slide is going to have instructions for me. And also going through in terms of the fact that it will be timed and we need to capture what we need. So we might need to ask you to move on if we feel that an activity might be running over. Again, just setting the expectations that if we do have to stop you, it's not because what you have to say is not important. It's just that for the purpose of the toolkit and the workshops that we do need to move on to the next activity. And then the last thing that is always good to cover, as I've mentioned previously, is the objectives. So just a clear list of what the objectives are so they can clearly understand the purpose of the workshop and exactly what you're trying to achieve. So that's the workshop setup. Thanks again for your time, and I'll see you in the next activity.